Yo, what is up, guys? I'm here with the next devlog, bro, and I've kind of fixed the iceberg spawning just a little bit, and they were kind of just appearing, so I added this little animation where they kind of just pop up, and it looks pretty cool. And I kind of like how it's quick. I don't know, they just appear, like, instead of just like appearing out of nowhere, they kind of just pop up out the water. But there is a small lag spike. And it is using a seed, so if I go back this way, they'll appear in the same spot, because it's using pearly noise. But, yeah, icebergs are now spawning, and there's a little lag spike, though, whenever it happens. So I'm going to trace that down, and I'll get back to you guys whenever I figure out what's causing that, and I'm assuming it's the mesh colliders on here. But it could be some ray casting. I don't think it's the ray casting. I feel like it's the mesh colliders, so I'm gonna quickly swap those out for. Actually, I'm just gonna go remove them from the icebergs, and then we'll see if it gets rid of the lag spike. I'll see you guys in a second. All right, so I got rid of the mesh colliders, and we're gonna see if there's still a lag spike. Well, okay, that's an interesting bug. Oh, so what's happening now is they're spawning on top of each other every time it's checking because there's no collider. So what's happening is it raycasts down where it should spawn one. If there's already one there, it doesn't spawn one, but there's no collider now, so it doesn't know that it's hitting anything. But the lag spike is still here, so I'm gonna have to keep tracing this down. I'll see you guys whenever I have more information on this bug. Alright, so I found this package called the Profile Analyzer, and I put it up, and I've got a frame here where there's a lot of lag. And if I click here, I don't know if I'm reading this exactly right, but physics raycast is down here, and it's like not using a lot of the time for this frame, because this was like one of the small lag spikes. So a lot of the time it took to go through this frame was not not the raycasts, but it does say player loop, and I don't know how I could like actually figure out what inside of the player loop is causing this, but like I'm gonna look more into this. But it doesn't look like raycasting is doing anything, and the mesh colliders wasn't doing anything either apparently. So I'll get back to you guys if I figure something else out. After a little bit more messing around with this profile analyzer, I've come to the conclusion it is in fact the raycasts. Because if I click anywhere else, count 1. For this frame, it did 1 raycast apparently, right? Then as soon as we go to something like here, 498, 482, 484, 1, okay? It's doing a lot of raycasts. So I'm going to go ahead and optimize my code a bit and see if I can figure out why it's raycasting so much whenever there shouldn't even be an iceberg there anyway. I'll get back to you guys in a second, I guess. Alright, so I kind of tuned down the noise a bit, and there's 4 icebergs, right? There's 4 of them. And I debug logged every position that it raycasted at, and it's 36. So it's trying to, like, what I'm thinking is the pearly noise. Like, if you don't know what pearly noise is, I'll try to throw a little picture of it on the screen right now. If it's not there, then I'm garbage at editing and I just couldn't figure it out or something. But that's pearly noise, but like it kind of smoothly goes from white to black and stuff. What I'm taking is the blacker areas and I'm checking if it's black enough, and if it is, then I'm raycasting to see if there's iceberg there. If there's not one, I put it there. What I'm thinking is it hit right here, spawned the iceberg, and then it checks like a bunch of around here because it's still, you know, dark enough for it to spawn here. And that's why it's doing it 36 times. But if I look at my code, I'm checking if the noise is over 0.99. Like, it can't get much more than that. Like, if I add another 9 there, I have no clue what's gonna happen. But I'll get back to you guys when I figure something out. Alright, so I'm looking at this profiler, and I've noticed whatever is under others is really making all these lag spikes. Like, This lag spike up right here looks like it dropped you maybe 30 frames per second, or it below 60. Turn others off. Look at this, we're staying at like 200 FPS. So whatever is in others, I need to figure that out, and then I need to fix it and make it not lag. So wish me luck. So ironically, we're running. Well, I was just running about 200 FPS before I started recording, but this is running about 220. So let's just say we were running 220, and then I turn on the profiler, the thing that's supposed to help me identify what's lowering my FPS, and then we quickly drop down to 60. Appears the profiler is the real problem. Okay, but for real though, I've actually figured out that some of my post-processing was causing some of the issues. The color adjustments filter specifically, so it looks a little bit worse in here, but it did give me a bunch of FPS back. And also, I forgot all about this thing. This thing was shooting 441 raycasts every 0.1 seconds. So I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna get rid of this map and put something else here. Maybe it can display how many panels you have, how many like still sheets you have to patch up holes, how much fuel you have, stuff like that. So yeah, this thing was shooting a lot of raycasts, and the color adjustments post-processing filter was causing some issues. So I'm gonna remove this. I'll see you guys in a minute. Alright, so it's not 100% perfect when icebergs spawn in, but it's not that bad. Okay, this is kind of laggy. It feels laggy, but it's 180, but that's just because I'm running it in the Unity editor. I guarantee it, because like I literally use the profiler, and the Unity editor takes up so much, it's ridiculous. So also I have this bug, so anywhere around here is fine, but if I'm facing anywhere this way and I stop, the sub starts to shake. It's gonna take a decent amount of work to fix that, but I do have a solution. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and fix this. This is gonna take a little bit. I'll see you guys and tell you guys if I can fix this, you know what I'm saying? I'll be back in just a minute. Or actually, about a split second for you guys. Because it's just gonna be a cut, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, see you guys in a second. Alright, I believe I fixed it. That only took like 10 minutes. That was actually a pretty simple fix. Seems like we're facing the right way. Says we're facing 0. If we turn a little bit, we're definitely not stuttering anywhere. Okay, I really hate how laggy this seems. Like I'm telling you, if I'm not recording and I'm not running it in the editor, it's not laggy at all. There's 0 lag. Hold up, what does stats say? It says I'm running. Look how much. Look at that. It says I'm running 200 FPS right now. This is not for like 200 FPS. And I'm telling you, it's got to be because of just the fact that I'm running it in the editor. Because when I was running it standalone, it was perfect. But anyways, I mean, plus we've removed the map because that was raycasting 441 times every 0.1 seconds. Yes, this is aligning with the wheel, because the wheel is the way you're facing, as long as direction isn't changing. Because if I have it up here, direction's changing, but as soon as direction stops changing, then obviously you're going to be facing the direction that the wheel's pointing. And if we start moving, the only thing that works in the sonar right now is this enemy, because it's the only thing. Yeah, it is definitely moving according to the way that we're moving. So if we wanted to go toward it, we could go down like this, and we would end up hitting the enemy. Let me just make sure I can actually go slam into the enemy and take some damage. Just to make sure that everything's working good, the sonar is accurate and stuff, we're gonna go slam into the submarine. Okay, let's look forward. Do we see the submarine? Oh. Okay, that's a problem. That'd be a simple fix. the submarine's rotated. I forgot to rotate the actual submarine. But yes, we did hit it. We didn't take on any damage. That's weird. I'm gonna fix those bugs. I'll be back in a minute, or in a second. All right. So now there's no stutter. Everything's looking good. Let's go see if we can collab with something. So here's a cool way you could navigate, right? So you see the direction that the periscope is facing. Let's say we want to go hit this iceberg, right? I mean, not that you're gonna ever want to just smack into an iceberg. That'll be at 42, okay? So if we go over here and we go about 42 degrees, so about there, and then it'll be facing toward 42. So I went around 42 degrees and it faces towards where the periscope was facing. And that's still 42. So wherever the periscope is facing, if you just come over here and you just look at this as 0 degrees all the way around to 360 degrees again, then you can kind of navigate by looking at the periscope, grabbing the direction, and tossing onto the helm over there, you know? I will probably be doing some object pulling kind of thing for the, okay, yeah, collision is all good now. Everything seems to be working pretty good. And we can patch up the holes. I'll put some screws in. We can get the pumps going. Yeah, everything's pretty good. Alright. So the way I fixed that, playing VR, that used to be a thing. And then now it's not. I just realized this game couldn't really work in VR, you know. Now it's time to expose my game. So what was going on is this submarine, I was really lazy whenever I put it into Unity, and it wasn't facing the right way. So whenever I wanted this to face the right way, I had to change this to -90 so it actually faced the right way, which caused a bunch of issues, made my code had to be longer and stupid and unnecessary. But so instead, I put it as a child of something. Honestly, I don't know how this fixed it. Now that I'm looking at it, because the rotation is just 0, it fixed it. But I'm not really exactly sure how it exactly, fixed it. Because this would be, man, I don't know exactly how it fixed it, but it fixed, and it's good now, and it works. Everything works as I would expect, I think, as far as I'm concerned. And yeah, now there's no more stuttering or anything. Also, here's where I'm gonna expose my game. You're not in this submarine. You're down here. You're never moving, ever. This is the water that rises when you get holes in the side. You never move. You're just controlling the submarine up there, and you think that you're moving, but you're not. You're just chilling down here. Also, I felt like I had a really big brain whenever I did this. I'm gonna show you guys something amazing. Duplicate this water and put it about 500 so it'll line up. This water is using a shader, and it kind of moves them up and down, moves the vertices up and down, and you can see there'd be a gap if I would have tiled water like this. So instead of doing that, what I did, we're gonna go ahead and launch the game, and then I'll show you guys what I did to counteract that. I don't know why. I didn't even think about the fact that there'd be creases in the water. I just thought that this way would be easier to begin with. And so if we go into the scene view, you can notice the water is moving, but it's applying an offset opposite of where the sub is moving. So the whole texture is being offsetted toward the submarine, but the whole plane that the texture is on is moving with the submarine. So I just thought that was pretty cool. Pretty cool thing to share with you guys, you know what I'm saying? Let's see if we can catch some icebergs popping up from out here. Bro, this thing is really slow. Oh, there it goes. One popped up. I'm definitely gonna be doing some sort of, I'm probably gonna spawn like 20 icebergs as soon as the game starts, just somewhere out of view, really low down or something. And then when I need one, I can just grab it and move it to where I need it to do and play that animation. And then it's basically just like spawning, except I've already have them all spawned when the game starts, and I just move them around whenever I need them. and then when I'm not using it, I just move it back to the bottom. I'll probably do something like that. But that is going to conclude this devlog. I've fixed a few bugs. I'll see you guys in the next devlog. Don't forget to, hit that subscribe button, like, share with your friends or whatever, Give me some feedback on my game and on this devlog, you know what I'm saying? I'll see you guys in the next devlog. Peace out.